Then they go to the drawing board. Then they come back with a plan. And that plan can backfire in terms of underestimation, in terms of other collateral damage. But it is for the political leadership to take the call.
Sure. No, but I want to get in the military perspective.
had opposed it. He was removed, and then General Vaidya and General Sundarji brought in. So it's not as if within the army
that there was unanimity.
Weren't dissenting voices. But she chose not to heed wise counsel of General Sinha. She chose to play Rambo.
But Rahul, I have a more basic point.
Yes.
It does not require too much of knowledge of military logistics to know that if you are dealing with a situation which has the physical characteristics of the Golden Temple, when there are people in there, that they've had stuff coming in. You know, the saying then was, don't stop this truck, a Santana Mala. You know, when you had that kind of a situation, arms coming in, it was very well known, it was being reported. So you know that there a build-up has taken place. So what is this? Is this an intelligence failure to know the extent to which the build-up has taken place? More, when you decide to use artillery, tanks against a holy shrine which is full of people, what else do you expect?
Okay, so, I want to get in the military perspective. General G.D. Bakshi is joining us. The army being criticized, for ultimately going ahead with what proved to be a fatally wrong operation, fatally flawed operation, especially given the fact that there were so many civilian and military casualties. When you had an option which now emerges, which was a covert operation which could have been carried out with far fewer civilian casualties, do you think the general... We don't know that. Allow me to ask the question.
This is also covert and evil.
We can't have a debate only from one perspective. Allow me to ask another question as well. General G.D. Bakshi, do you think the military leadership of the time ill-advised Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and got her to take the option which proved to be a far more bloody option? General Bakshi.
Look, it was one of the most tragic operations that this army has had to do. We pray to God we never have to do it again. Now, what I would like to point out as a military historian is this talk of a special operation is moonshine. Given the degree of military kind of a build-up that had taken place inside, it was beyond the feasibility of any special operations force. As history tells us, even a brigade of infantry had severe problems trying to do this. So the same set of commandos that you are talking of were part of Operation Blue Star. They had given their, their inputs. So it was not that the initial thinking was to commence.
But General Bakshi, there is a big difference. There is a big difference between sending your tanks rolling into the premises of the Golden Temple and in sending in people in the middle of the night, paradropping them from helicopters.
But what about KPS Gill's Operation Black Thunder? Why are we discussing that?
One by one.
It was a very sophisticated operation.
One by one.
You're presenting us bad choices.
Get in a word.
Yes, General Bakshi, go on.
You see, I am talking purely from the point of view of military operational feasibility. The special operation was analyzed and not found suitable. Even at the start of Operation Blue Star, if you go into the details, the plan was still to try and start with a covert operation. I'm sorry.
How are you coming to the conclusion that the operation was found unfeasible? The then Research and Analysis Wing Chief says he could have pulled it off. There's a full operation that's been planned out, Mr. Ranade. Rameshwar Nath Kao, one of the foremost intelligence salutes in the country, is confident he can pull this off along with the special group. We don't know if that would have been a failure, and surely when you're coming in the middle of the night, you have the advantage of catching the enemy off guard.
That group was part of the attacking force.
We were coming to it one by one. Let Mr. Ranade respond.